And founders of Experience Pros University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. And as many of you have realized over the week that Angel Tussey is on vacation, sitting in for Angel today, Philip Aronoff, the proud owner of By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting, or as we like to call him around here, Bookkeeper to the Stars.
Good morning, Eric. How are you?
Philip, I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure. When Eric calls and says, I want you to co-host, you clear the schedule.
I don't know about that, but thank you. We appreciate that. Philip, you know that this is the top of the hour. This is the time we bring the news and, all the news that's fit to print, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, talking about fitting, there's a company out there in Japan that is, it's a clothing company who, we here in America, we use our small, extra small, extra, large, extra large sizing system.
Yes.
Right?
I'm very aware of all those, yes.
Now, the women, they have their own numeric system, I guess. There's zero, and then there's pissed off I'm not zero.
Right, exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's.
Or maybe you need to eat a little bit more if you're a zero.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going there. But this Japanese company in the news today. I don't know how to. I just got to bring the news, right? I mean,
yes, absolutely. I don't know if you want to do this, but
so they've decided to change their sizing labeling practices, and this company here customers get to choose whether they want to be in a size of jeans that are twitch, skinny, fat, and jumbo.
That is very scary. I don't know how successful that's going to be.
I'm looking at the receipt right there, the label on the clothing. It says size fat.
Exactly.
What? How can they do that? I mean, we would be in bad shape no pun intended, if we started saying, "What size are you, jumbo?"
Oh yeah, but there would be people at our door beating it down, telling us that we couldn't do this, that this was just horrible.
Well, this particular website that this company is doing this, and their brand name. I mean, the company's name is Fatyo.
What is a size twitch? That's what I want to know.
I'm guessing that's the zero. I don't know, but they're trying to make. They say they're trying to use alternative size labels to make fat cool.
Really interesting. Fat cool.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't know if fat's cool.
In similar news, over here in this country, Florida officials are using donuts, yes, donuts, to attract and then count black bears. 1,
donuts.
2,
yeah,
3.
Yeah, are we sure they're not eating the donuts?
We're not sure. No, there's nobody is checking on the wildlife officials. But Florida officials are serving up donuts to the black bear population, not necessarily in honor of National Donut Day, which is tomorrow, folks. If you want to go stop by your, what do they call those? Lamar's Donuts?
Lamar's, or yep. There's a few new ones in town.
There are a few new ones, but the Lamar's is giving away free donuts if you stop by.
I love that.
I don't know about the other ones, but it has nothing to do with that. They're just trying to get. Hey, Boo Boo, how did we get from do not feed the bears to do you like old-fashioned chocolate?
Yeah, I'd like to see if the bear actually answered the question.
Well, I guess they're answering the call. What I would like to know now is, have you seen the same bear go by 3 times?
How do they know? How do they know once the bears have one if it's coming back for more?
Well, obviously the chocolate on their mustache, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay.
So there's the news, all the news that's fit to print. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about all that. So we got a great show today.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it. Very excited.
Absolutely. When we come back, we're going to talk to Philip about the state of accounting in accounting. So please don't go anywhere. We will be right back after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Camp Experience is a one-of-a-kind annual retreat designed exclusively for women who are ready for education and inspiration and want to connect to a network of amazing women. Sign up for the camp event happening on September 19 through 21 at Cheyenne Mountain Resort. At camp, there's time to just relax and be a girlfriend as you refine your vision, reflect on your purpose, and enjoy top speakers and creative activities. It's also the perfect place to simply have fun. Register today for Camp Experience at campexperience.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Cheers, Experience Pro listeners. My name is Lisa Voss, and I'm the owner of the Denver area Tilted Kilt Pub and Eateries. I'd like to personally invite you to join us for a quick and delicious lunch at the Kilt. Our food is made from scratch and served in one of the warmest and friendliest establishments in Denver. Join us on Mondays for our $10 steak special, or on Tuesdays for our $5 build-your-own burger with fries. Join us for lunch at either location, downtown on the 16th Street Mall or in the Denver Tech Center on Bellevue and Ulster. Tilted Kilt, where cold beer never tasted so good.
Visualize 50 small businesses in a room. They're drinking a cocktail. They're shopping from local businesses, networking, and having a great time. Sounds great, doesn't it? Join the Connecting Experts at the brand new Iron Tribe Fitness in Highlands Ranch at 8081 South Broadway on Thursday, June 5th from 4 to 7. For more information, contact me, Penny, at 303-220-0366 or theconnectingexperts.com, connecting people to people.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Sitting in for Angel today is Philip Aronoff. You know Philip. He's been around for a long time here on the broadcast. Calls in regularly with fan bragging stories. And the owner of By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip, welcome back. And thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, Eric. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Absolutely. Philip, let's talk about By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. What's going on over there, man? You guys are busy.
Yeah, very busy. Just trying to help businesses with their accounting, get them healthy in their accounting. I know we spend a lot of time getting ourselves healthy, but we need to have a healthy business, so I help people keep their business healthy.
Well, let's talk about that because some people don't realize that they're ill, right?
Yes, no, they don't realize it. You get people out there that are maybe running their business by what's in the bank.
No, wait a minute. What's wrong with that?
Well, just because you have money in the bank doesn't mean that your business is healthy, and doesn't mean that you're actually making money.
Hold on. If you've got money in the bank, how can you not be healthy?
Well, because you might be selling your product for not as much as you should be or could be making. Yes, you're having money come in, but are you keeping track of, the money going out? What are you paying for? Are you spending more on expenses than you should? Lots of things that we can look at to help to make the business even more healthy and bring in more money and be able to be just more prosperous.
It's funny, and I've known you for a long time, and I know that you do bookkeeping and accounting, but you're also kind of that business coach kind of voice for your clients, and you go in, you assess what the current state of affairs is, and you can do that literally by the numbers. You can look
absolutely.
at the numbers, and they tell the story. And then, Philip, you go back and you say, I've got some suggestions. What are some of the most common things that people either are not doing or are doing that they shouldn't be doing?
Well, one of the things that I look at is, and it depends on the type of business, but we look at what type of business it is, what are they charging for what they're doing. Because I deal with multiple businesses, I might know that the market could bear them charging more. And maybe they could be making a little bit more money, or maybe they could be, let's say they're selling a product, and maybe they could be going and buying what they're selling for less, or doing something to where.
So cost of goods sold, we can get that under control.
Yep.
We can get the outgoing expense under control.
Yep.
Well, and you're saying also that sometimes we're not charging enough. You would be frustrated with us as a client because we know we're not charging enough.
Well, but I think you guys offer so much, and I think that's how you bring a lot of people in.
Well, it's made up in volume, but it's also our call, our passion, and I do call it a call, is to serve the small business and in many cases micro business community, where they simply couldn't afford them. We'd push ourselves out of the market that we've been called to serve.
Right, and again, with a business like that, we can look at them and see what they're doing. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're pushing themselves out of the market because of something they're doing within the business. Mm-hmm. I also try and help them too with showing them other ways to go out and get business, whether it's networking, whether it's coming and being visible at one of your visibility events. So it's not just about looking at the numbers, it's about looking at the whole picture. What are they doing to get out and let people know they're here?
Is it expensive to hire a bookkeeper?
No, it's not expensive. I think it's expensive not to, especially if you're spending a lot of hours doing that work. You're taking that time away from going out and building your business.
All right. So we get you on board. This seems to be a good time to give some contact information.
Yeah, people can reach me via telephone at 720-837-0860, or they can email me at philip@bythenumbersb&a.com.
Okay, Philip at bythenumbersb&a, that stands for bookkeeping accounting, .com. And that phone number one more time?
720-837-0860.
All right, and so small business, what does it mean? How big do they need to be when they realize I need a bookkeeper?
It can be that solopreneur where it's just that one person, but he's got a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, and maybe he's not even doing the accounting. Maybe he's waiting until the end of the year to do everything all at one time, and he really doesn't have an idea of what his business is doing. Now is the perfect time to get in there, get the stuff done. There's lots of ways to do the accounting where I don't even need to go to his office, where he can send me information either via email or in the cloud. There's all types of ways to do the accounting in the cloud now, and so I don't even have to go to their location to do the work.
That's one of the things that's so amazing to me is with cloud and mobile technology that is the way that it is, you can literally dial into my computer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You can close my windows, open my windows, find my spreadsheets, do whatever it is you're going to do. And Philip, because you're the expert, it doesn't take as long for you to do it as it does for me to do it.
No, it doesn't. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a client that I do that's in California.
Yeah.
And I get into their computer sitting at my desk and do all the work from my desk. I've never been to their, I've visited once, but I do all the work from home. They fax me the paperwork that I need, and it's done.
And I'll bet you they direct deposit their checks into your bank account, because they can.
Yes. We do a lot of different things with them and help them be successful and give them the information they need to run their business.
I love it. I love it. And now, Philip, you are also a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You're a member of the Extreme Relationship Management. You're a member of BNI. I mean, you're all over the place. You're going to be at the Connecting Experts event this afternoon. Is that correct?
Yes, and I would encourage people to come out. It's a great place to network, great place to meet people. Going to be a lot of great people there today at the new Iron Tribe Fitness in Highlands Ranch.
Right. It's going to be a beautiful event. Lots of people are going to be there. We will have representation there as well.
Oh, yes.
And it's going to be a fantastic event. Philip, one more time with the contact information for By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting, please.
You can reach me at 720-837-0860 or via email at Philip with 2 L's at bythenumbersbanda.com.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. When we come back, it's Business Tips and Insights. You're listening to Philip and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Eric and Angel give you the tools you need to grow your business. Ken and I give you the knowledge you need to defend your business against the government. Local, state, and federal government can hinder everything you are working so hard to build. Listen to Grassroots Radio Colorado, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on KLZ 560 The Source to find out how you can help in the fight for small business. We are on your side. Now back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Talk about taking care of business. It's time for business tips and insights. And Philip, you know what that means.
Yeah, time for Tony.
Time for Tony. Tony Rayburn with the Extreme Relationship Management. Come on in, Tony. How are you, man?
Outstanding. How are you guys today?
You know we're doing all right. Philip's here.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Philip. Good to have you on the show today.
Thank you, sir. Good to hear you.
What are we talking about today, Tony?
Today we're going to talk about networking law number 90, and that is to give the host of the event your full attention during their few minutes on stage.
That's networking law number 90?
Networking law number 90 in the Extreme Relationship book of 144 laws of networking.
All right, and we give the host your full attention. What is it? All right, Tony, lay it out for us.
Okay, so here it is. You're at a networking event and you're talking. You're having a great time talking to these people, and you've gotten in a conversation with somebody, and you're right in the middle of a really, really important point, and you would really like to finish it. But at that time is when somebody from the corner of the room maybe gets on a mic and says, "May I have your attention, please?" And all of a sudden, there's this interruption. So what do you do?
Keep talking.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people do. And that's the wrong thing to do. You're the beneficiary of someone else's very hard work to get a venue set up, to get the people in the room, to help you out. You need to be positive, and you need to be courteous, and you need to give your full attention to that host who went to all the hard work for you at that time. And here's the other thing. Even though you might be tempted to really want to finish that little conversation you were in the middle of that'll only take just like 20 more seconds,
right?
Anything you say during that time isn't really going to be heard by the person because they're already distracted by what's going on the microphone.
Yeah, I see that.
So you have to stop. You have to pay attention, and people are going to see that you're paying attention and doing the courteous thing. Don't pull out your cell phone and start checking emails. Don't excuse yourself from the room to go out and make a call. That appears rude. So make sure you're giving your attention to the host of the event during the few minutes that are there, and you'll be seen as a positive, courteous person. You can either appear positive and courteous, or you can appear rude. Which do you prefer?
Well, if you put it that way, I prefer positive and courteous.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Most definitely want that positive and courteous vibe to be going on.
Absolutely. So set a good example, and make sure you contribute to the event and give the host their few minutes that they need up on stage.
There's 144 networking rules?
Yeah, I didn't know that, Tony. I didn't know we had that many.
There's 144 laws of networking.
Holy
and
cow.
we count them down.
Yeah, well,
on number 90 every week. We count them down once a week.
All right. You know, we love that you bring stuff that, you know, this is not rocket science, Tony. You know, this is Courtesy Boot Camp 101. Thanks to, and that's a reference to my friend Anthony Klinkerman, who runs a Courtesy Boot Camp.
Right.
But thinking about it, it's one of those things that's so simple and it's profound.
Right.
Exactly. You know.
And sometimes we just need to hear it and have it put in the correct light, so we understand that our efforts to finish the conversation just aren't going to be fruitful anyway because of the distraction in the room.
Yeah, I just think sometimes we want to get our message out that just sometimes we forget.
You're exactly right, Philip.
Tony, do us a favor. Give our listeners a little 30,000-foot view of what Extreme Relationship Management is and what you do.
Sure. Extreme Relationship Management. We take the guessworking out of your networking, and we help people who are going to lots of different networking groups. Perhaps they're searching for the right group, and they're just not finding it. They're meeting with a lot of people having coffee, and they're not getting the customers that they want. They're not getting referrals. They have a stack of business cards on their desk they're not sure what to do with. Those are the people that we help. We can give you a whole new way to think about the way you network so you actually get results by building what we call your A-team. And people can find out more at extremerelationshipmanagement.com, or they can call us nationwide toll-free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
Toll-free, 855-I-LIKE-ERM, and I do, and I think you should call right away and find out what Extreme Relationship Management can do for you. Tony, thanks for bringing it today, man. We appreciate your help in making us look kind and courteous.
Thanks, Tony.
Absolutely. Have a great day, guys.
All right.
You too.
Let's turn our attention to Chris Kaiser with C-Square Computer Consulting. Chris reminds us all the time that it's time to back it up. We obviously just passed over the second of the month,
yes,
which is Back It Up Day. But today he's got another tip for us. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. How you guys doing today?
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Upright and conscious. I got two things going for me. I'm happy.
Yeah, it beats the alternative. Hey, Chris, what are we talking about today, man?
Talking about ergonomics.
Oh, Philip, this is for you.
Ergonomics?
Yeah.
It's ergonomics?
Do tell.
Hold on. I don't even know what that word means.
So does anybody, you ever been sitting at the computer for long periods of time?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you wake up, or you
yes.
wake up, you get up, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh.
My back hurts, my neck hurts, my head hurts, my eyes hurt.
All the above.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a reminder to take care of yourself. And I think being aware of how your computer is set up and how you're using it is really important. You know, are your feet planted on the ground? Is the ground supporting your feet? Is your back up straight? Is the monitor screen even with your eyes? Are you having to look up or look down? Those kind of things can make a huge difference. And I mean, have you noticed that you're using the computer more than you probably did 5 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Computer, and then you bring in the cell phone and the iPad and the woohoo and the widget and
And so you had this picture of this person with their neck strained to hold their phone between their shoulder and their ear.
Right.
And they're leaning into a chair and they're looking down or up at their monitor.
I call those ergonidiots.
Ergonidiots.
I like it.
Right.
New word.
Sniglet.
Yes.
So, and another reminder is to get up, look up, set yourself a timer if you need to. Maybe every hour, just make yourself get up, walk around, walk down the hall, get a drink of water, look at things in the distance, stretch a little bit, can go a long way in taking care of your body while you're using your computer.
You're some kind of crazy IT guy who's trying to help us.
Whack.
Yeah, exactly.
What other IT people do you know that are out there telling you sit up, stand, chin up, belly in, head up?
Like your mother.
Right.
Hold the mouse correctly.
Last time I did that, the mouse bit me. I didn't like that at all.
Turn it the other way.
Okay, yeah. Then the tail gets all over everything. So Chris, love this. It really is an important topic, and I am a major offender. I mean, my computer is off and to the side, way pushed away, so I have to stretch to get to it. I sit in chairs that are broken and miserable.
I'm guilty of sitting at the computer way too long.
Yeah, and those new habits form, and the bad habits are easy to form. So just remind yourself, get up, move around, stretch, sit up straight.
I sure appreciate you, Chris.
And eat your vegetables.
Oh, thank you, Mom. I would say something, but not over the air. Chris, do me a favor, let our listeners know where they can reach you.
Give us a call at 303-933-1113. You can check us out at c2cc.net. And I just posted a link for some suggestions on ergonomics at facebook.com/c2it.
Facebook.com/c2it. Folks, you owe it to yourself, to your business, to pick up the phone and call Chris, 303-933-1113, and ask him how I can do what I do better, more efficiently, and whatnot. He's going to talk to you a little bit about planning ahead. Chris, you still do that, right?
frequently.
Yeah, you do that. The managed services where rather than waiting for something to break, you go proactive and manage it so that things don't break, right?
Empowering business through the efficient use of technology.
Come on, man.
Love that. Love that.
That's a tagline I wish I had. All right, Chris Kaiser, we love you, man. We're so grateful that you've joined us today. One more time, 303-933-1113, c2cc.net, or on Facebook, where you can find what we just talked about and get some tips and pointers on how to take care of your ergonomics at facebook.com/C2IT. Chris, thanks, buddy.
You guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves.
Can't help it. It is the most positive business talk show in America.
Absolutely.
You're listening to Philip Aronoff and Eric Raymer, and Angel's out there doing whatever Angel does on vacation.
We miss Angel.
We do. She's just probably hanging out at the pool somewhere.
I bet she is.
We'll be back after this.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experienced Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovitz. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
The Jason Lewis Show, 7 to 10 tonight on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencedpros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experienced Pros.
I'm not really sure. I don't want to talk into this thing anymore.
Why?
I get nervous. There are people listening.
There are a lot of people listening.
Philip, you ever feel like that, folks? You know, you've got to make a presentation. You've got to get out there and talk to somebody. And if there's more than one person in the room, you start to feeling
anxiety.
The number one fear in all of humanity, well, aside from something I can't mention on the air, is public speaking. But don't worry, because our next guest has a 21-year-old international communications consulting business. She's here to help us. Her name is Dee Dukart, and she's going to help us understand how to use presentations for power and for purpose. Dee Dukart, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks very much. I love the initial intro. That was great.
Sometimes I just get nervous, Dee, and you know that people do that. They, you know, the light goes on, the camera goes on, and all of a sudden we freeze up. Why is that?
It's your ego.
Oh.
Really?
Absolutely, because you're concerned that people will think poorly of you. And then so your ego takes place. Because if you were just having a conversation, is this Eric?
It is, yes, I'm sorry, yeah.
That's right. If you were just having a conversation around your dining room table or having a couple of beers, you couldn't care less. But all of a sudden it's like, oh no, everybody is looking at me, and your ego goes, whoop!
Right.
And so that's where the fear takes in. And if people can remember that no matter what they're doing, that they're basically having a conversation, whether it's one-on-one or one on 1,000.
You know, we tell we tell people all the time, and Philip is here with me as well, sitting in for Angel.
Good morning.
Hi, Philip.
We tell people all the time that when you call into the radio station, you're really just going to talk to me. You know, it's just a one-on-one conversation, and it's interesting to hear the spin that you say that it's the ego, because I never would have identified that, but presentations in business are critical for getting paid, getting that next job, getting the next promotion. It's important in a person's career, right?
Absolutely. And because of what's happening in the written word, that people now have fewer communication skills altogether. And so when you have an opportunity to stand up in a boardroom around your staff or around managers and really make an impression, you will impress these people, and people will take away the message that you want them to hear.
O-D-L-O-L. R-O-F-L. What are you talking about? What's happening with the written word?
Okay, that was just me.
I think you made your point. All right, so let me be honest with you. I and Angel here at Experience Pros are pretty much allergic to PowerPoint. And yet many people use PowerPoint, and I would say many people use it poorly. Talk to us, if you're going to use PowerPoint, what should we be using PowerPoint, and B, what should we know if we are going to do that?
The answer to A is most assuredly. There are a couple other software programs like Prezi. There are lots of different types of utilization for PowerPoint. And because, going back to the written word, Eric, what happens is we are a visual society. 80% of the adult population, we learn visually. And what many people do with a PowerPoint slide is to put every piece of information they've ever known on one slide.
Right.
And we cannot take it in. Adults learn best in pods of 3 to 5.
Amen.
And so we can captivate somebody's attention with, if you put one slide and you make it a side-by-side, you have a couple of bullet points. I always say a maximum of 5 bullet points with a maximum of 5 words. And then on the other side, you bring in a picture. If you remember the quotation that pictures equal what?
Well, 1,000 words,
1,000
right?
words.
Yeah.
And we remember cartoons, we remember pictures 10 times more than we remember words.
Oh, okay. So then I'm just going to go on with my questions because, again, we're talking about making presentations, and you want to have purpose in your presentation. So you use photos, you use images, cut down on trying to use the microfont and 1,000 words in that one frame. Angel and I were in Phoenix over the weekend, and we were speaking to the National Association of Professional Organizers, and one of the things that they asked us to do, you must have a PowerPoint, and
oh, I'm sure that went over well.
Well, no, I understand. I understand the nature of learning and whatnot. So what I did, and I'd love your input on this, Dee. What I did was I created a 10 slide. By the way, it was a 90-minute presentation, and I created a 10-slide PowerPoint, and each one had no words on it, with the exception of the word on the card that was the photograph of a greeting card that said thank you. But what it was just a visual imagery that changed the photo every 9 minutes. And it was just background that reinforced the concepts that we were saying. What do you think of that?
I think it's perfect. I have one caveat there,
Please.
Eric, is that depending on the subject, and if you do not black out a slide, that people are not paying attention to you, they're paying attention to the slide that's up there.
Right.
And so if you have it up there for an extended period of time, people aren't listening to you. So what you said is perfect, because you have, even it's almost as if you have the picture you have on the desktop of your computer,
right,
which is constantly there.
Right.
And as you said, I once worked with a client, and they had a 90-minute presentation like you did.
Yeah.
And they had 72 slides.
Wow.
I could top that. We did a 3-hour presentation with 465 slides. Not me, but I was looking for a bullet anywhere. No, I get it. Okay, so do's and don'ts with public speaking. Where do we begin?
Well, the first thing to be able to do is to make certain that you practice and that you organize your presentation. Think about your audience. Most people, going back to ego, when people have a preparation, they're thinking, oh, wow, I'm going to give them so many tools and tips about what I know. You are an expert. You're getting up in front, and yet people don't understand that it's about the audience. It's not about them. So to really do some research on whom you're going to address,
right,
and what's important, what are their needs, what pain is it, what benefit and value will they take away, what are they going to talk about in the hall after you've gotten off the platform? And so to organize it with, and going back to pods of 3 to 5, a maximum of 3 major points.
Right.
Not 17.
Dee, should you practice this in front of someone, in front of the mirror?
Well, Philip, it's really funny that you ask, and I think practicing in front of a mirror, I don't know about you, but I feel like a little girl again, so I want to dance and prance, make faces. And the answer is, if you can find a time to, even another way to practice, I'll segue back, but you can record it and then listen to the recording.
Audio or video. I recommend video.
Video is fabulous,
yep,
because then you see all your the minutia, whether you flip your hair, whether you're playing with your cufflinks, whatever it is. But to practice, many times when I initially got into the industry, I thought it was really funny. One of my coaches said, now, Dee, go find a friend who has stuffed animals, put them on the sofa, and look at their eyes. I said, okay. So all of a sudden you're talking to a bear, a giraffe.
That's interesting.
But you're looking at eyes. And I said, in front of the mirror, I don't find it natural. So you don't necessarily have to practice in front of anybody. And yet if you have an opportunity to practice in front of 2 or 3 friendly people, that it's imperative to get that time, and it shows that you care about your audience.
Well, and in the waning 60 seconds of this interview, tell us a don't. What should we not be doing?
First of all, don't end on Q&A.
Yeah.
Because what people remember best what we hear first, second best what we hear last. You don't want someone in an audience who, number one, isn't going to ask a question and just ramble, and number two, is better looking than you are, smarter than you are, and funnier than you are.
Story of my life.
Right. And so you just say, before I finish, I've got 3 minutes. Before I finish, I've got time for, and then the audience knows, and again, you've got control, then the audience knows that you're going to give them their last piece of beneficial information.
Gotcha.
And you're out of there.
Gotcha. Love that. Dee Dukart, where do we get in contact for you if we'd like you to help us with our communication skills?
Please contact me at my email address, DEE@DEEDUKEHART.com. That's my first name, D, at my full name, DDukart.com. And visit my website, www.ddukart.com.
Fantastic. You were fun, and we would love to have you back.
Thanks so much. Hey, Philip, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Thank
Eric.
you. You're
Take care.
great information.
Bye-bye.
Folks, don't go anywhere. We return more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric. Actually, Philip and Eric. I do that all the time, Philip.
That's okay. You're used to it. It's just
Sorry.
rolls off the tongue.
Years of
Yes,
conditioning.
years.
Philip and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Bring your box of papers and electronics to be shredded for free on Saturday, June 7th in Highlands Ranch. If you have any old electronic gadgets or confidential documents you want to get rid of, you can do it for free on June 7th. Boy Scout Troop 4 of Littleton will be on hand to help and will be accepting donations of cash or non-perishable food. Each person is welcome to bring up to 3 copy boxes or 1 large trash bag of documents. The electronic items eligible for recycling include laptop and desktop computers, printers, copiers, phones, stereo equipment, fax machines, monitors, TVs, basically anything that plugs into the wall or runs on batteries, except for large appliances. Bring your stuff for the free shred on Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. until noon, 1745 Shea Center Drive in Highlands Ranch.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly, 970-485-5955.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
The Laura Ingraham Show, weekday mornings at 8 on the Colorado Conservative, KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. And sitting in for Angel Tussey is Philip Aronoff. Philip, thanks for filling that chair, man.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
By the Numbers Bookkeeping, by the Numbers Bookkeeping, BNA.com, by the Numbers BNA.com. Philip, do you consider yourself kind of productive? I mean, are you a productive kind of guy?
I think so. I hope so.
Are you? Well, you know that if you listen to this show from time to time, you may discover that one of us is more productive than the other.
Really?
That's what some people say.
Who might that be?
I don't know, but she's on vacation. But here's the thing: there's a guy named Eric Barker who he's a smart guy, right? He may be productive, I don't know.
Maybe.
But he's blogging about the science of human behavior, and I came across one of his articles, and I thought I would share this with our listeners because he's kind of partnered up with Tim Ferriss. You may or may not remember Tim Ferriss, international best-selling author of The 4-Hour Workweek.
Oh.
You've heard of that?
I've heard of that.
Angel's read it. She offered it to me, and I'm like, I don't have time for that 4-hour workweek stuff. But Eric writes this article, and he wants to know, do you know how many days a week you are actually productive?
I have no idea, but I'm looking at this, and he's saying about 3.
3 days. He says, on average, people work about 45 hours a week, not on this radio show.
Yeah, not in this business.
No. If you're a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, the owner of a small business, a genius one way or the other, you're probably working about 85 hours a week. But let's go with what he's saying here. He says out of every 45 hours to the week, only about 17 of those hours are productive.
I mean,
or 16 of the hours are unproductive. 17 of them are considered productive.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what you're doing with the rest of those hours.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen that. So yeah, that's really crazy.
Well, if you think about it, okay, maybe the first time you've ever seen that statistic, but now I want you to think about the day-to-day life, right?
Yeah.
Your phone rings, what do you do?
You answer it.
Right. Your email dings, what do you do?
You read it.
You read it, right? You wake up, what do you do?
You go check your email.
Absolutely, you do. And so there's a lot of things that we do that derail us from that which we call actual productivity. And so what?
Yeah, and in this article he's even saying don't check your email first thing in the morning.
Oh gosh. What? Don't check your email?
Yeah.
I don't know how not to. I mean, it seems very simple.
Absolutely.
Just don't check it. Right?
Right.
But
here's the problem with that. We all have these things that we call cell phones.
Right, and there's not cell phones, there's smartphones.
Right, and so there's email on there.
And computer stuffs and games and things.
Right, and where does this sit?
Facebook.
Right, exactly. And where does this sit most likely? Right
underneath my pillow. It may not be underneath my pillow, but it's right next to my bed. It's on my nightstand.
So how hard would it be to not check this right when you wake up in the morning?
It's impossible. So if you want to be productive, do as Philip suggests and put the phone away. Or if you just want to listen to us talk for a couple more minutes, do what you're already doing. Here's another thing they say that is interesting, and I completely agree with this. The number one tip that is offered by Tim Ferriss in the science behind why, and here's the science behind why they work, is manage your mood. See, if you start the day calm, it's easy to get the things done, the right things done, and be focused. If you wake up and the fray is already on you, the phone's ringing, the email's coming in, the fire alarm's going off, you're gonna. What do? You spend the whole day reacting.
Exactly. You're reacting to everything that's going on and not dealing with it probably the best that you could.
If you are reacting, you are not acting, and if that's the case, you've got some trouble. Let's go back to that email thought. Here's some truth, at least according to Tim Ferriss. He says you'd be surprised how often people don't get their email. You know, the email interrupts their stuff. For instance, email stresses you out.
Yeah, and I've had it actually happen. You get an email either from a client or it's a personal email, and it absolutely stresses you out and could stress you out for hours, which affects your whole day.
Tim Ferriss says email can turn you into a jerk. It's true. It's true. You get somebody who's ungrateful or angry or just having a bad day. They stub their toe and they want to take it out on you, and they write an email and they dump that into my inbox. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's one. It says it can be more addictive than alcohol and tobacco.
Probably combined. It's true. I mean, I check my email more often than I smoke a cigar.
Maybe they need to have a 10-step program for email?
Maybe. Look at you being productive. You've already cut off 2 of the 12 steps.
12 steps,
how about this? Checking your email frequently is the equivalent of dropping your IQ by 10 points. I don't know if I agree with that. Before you try to do it faster, he says, ask whether it should be done at all. So instead of everybody asking why is it so impossible to get everything done, well, you're doing too many things. Slow down.
Take your time.
Right? Take a deep breath. Be more productive.
Hand stuff off to other people.
Oh.
Well,
when you hand it off to somebody else, don't you notice that when you hand a job off to somebody else, you are tempted to micromanage it or check in on it and make sure that it's being done the way that you would do it?
Not if you're hiring the right people.
Not if you're delegating properly.
Correct.
Yeah, both. Okay. Here he says this: in order to focus, you need to eliminate distractions.
Well, how do you do that?
Well, Tim Ferriss says the answer is to lock yourself somewhere to make all the flashing, buzzing distractions go away.
I'd have to lock myself in a closet, in a very dark closet somewhere.
Yeah. Again, being in this case, being productive may not be practical. And then one of the things that Angel and I talk about on a regular basis, Philip, is defining your goals the night before. Before you go to bed, make sure you check. And Dan Pink is a dear friend of mine, and I think that he's the one who really kind of helps us understand that evening ritual, if you will. Dan Pink's the author of Drive, and he says this. He says, establish a closing ritual. Know when to stop working. Try to end each workday the same way. Straighten up your desk. Back up your computer. Make a list of what you need to do tomorrow, and then rest.
That's interesting. Those are some things that I don't do, actually, that would be probably help me.
It really would. If you go into a routine and and even I, and I'm not the cleanest guy in the world as far as organization and things like that, but I have a routine, and I always check what happens tomorrow morning, because if I don't, like you see me do once, I'll forget an appointment at 7 a.m. and
right.
That's embarrassing. But you check, you make sure that everything is good, everything is laid out, you're ready to go, so that in the morning you don't have to be, it goes right back to the top, right? You don't have to be on fire. Instead, you can manage your mood, start the day calm, and get things done.
Sounds like a great idea. Sounds like something that we all should do.
Absolutely. Another thing that we should do is allow for station identification, and so we're going to do that. But don't worry, we've got a whole nother hour of positive business talk coming up soon, if you don't mind, so stick around. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we say thank you. Thank you for tuning in and participating. Thank you for being the reason we do what we do every day. You are our why, and we will be back right after these messages.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.
At 560 The Source, a producer and board operator has the best of both worlds. This person gets to work side by side with the best live conservative talk programs in Colorado. And a producer board operator for 560 The Source facilitates and supports the selling process within those broadcasts to improve advertiser results. What that means is they get to partner with those conservative talk programmers and business decision makers to bring excellence to the program and results to the advertisers. Right now, we are looking for 2 special people who will carry the same passion and burning desire to succeed that we have. Email your resume to nroach@crawfordbroadcasting.com. That's NROACH @crawfordbroadcasting.com. Crawford Broadcasting Company and 560 The Source are equal opportunity employers.
Is your financial plan out of tune? Listen to The Source, 560 AM KLZ, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. to Financially Tuned with Steve Hansen to get everything perfectly tuned.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster. The Obama administration briefing lawmakers on the release of 5 top terrorists from Guantanamo Bay in exchange for an American soldier who many call a deserter. The Blaze Radio's Chris Barnes with details from Washington.
After a closed-door classified briefing on the Bergdahl release deal that Republican Senator James Inhofe of Oklahoma says he can't discuss because it's classified, he says he doesn't believe the administration's claim that it had to move quickly to gain Bergdahl's release.
They've said that publicly, that he was on death's door, so this is a sympathetic thing.
Inhofe also telling the Kelly File on Fox News this is probably the president's first step towards closing Gitmo altogether.
This president has had an obsession to close Gitmo now since before he was president of the United States. His legacy now, in his own eyes, is to get it closed. And this is a price, I suppose, that we're paying to do that.
Bergdahl's hometown of Hale, Idaho, canceling a homecoming event because of security concerns. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
Everyone is making the switch to the Blaze to make it their source for the truth. Why not make it your source for the truth? Make theblaze.com your homepage for news that the other outlets won't even touch. Subscribe to the Blaze TV at theblaze.com/TV or on Dish Network and get access to original programming like For the Record, the show that exposes what's really going on that the government doesn't want you to know. And Real News, the daily conversation on the topics of the day that matter most. Check out the Blaze Radio Network at theblaze.com/radio with original shows like Buck Sexton, The Morning Blaze with Doc Thompson, Pat and Stu, and Jay Severin. Or, if you need something to hold in your hands, subscribe to the Blaze magazine. So basically, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. This is the Blaze. Truth lives here. So just to recap, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. Find out all the ways at theblaze.com.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Hey, sitting in for Angel Tussey is Philip Aronoff, By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. We call him Bookkeeper to the Stars because every one of his clients are stars in his eyes. That's the kind of customer service he has. Philip, thanks.
Thank you for letting me be here. I'm enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it has been a lot of fun, and this is the most positive business talk show in America. But sometimes it's my civic duty to report the news. And there's been shenanigans. There's been hoodwinks.
Shenanigans, hoodwinks. What are you talking about?
There's been falderon and chicanery going on in Saginaw, Michigan. Apparently, the Family Dollar store, was being stolen from, ripped off, burglarized. Otherwise broken into, not broken into, it was open for business, right?
Shoplifting.
And there's a manager of the Family Dollar store in Saginaw, Michigan, who saw these antics, these customers, these alleged shoplifters, one of whom is with child.
Oh.
and decided to stop him in the way that only he saw fit. He grabbed a bottle of Febreze.
Febreze,
you know.
Yeah, I know what Febreze is,
right?
Yes.
Going to spray out the criminal activity, and hopefully, with spring fresh scent removal.
We would call that poor customer service.
Well, they were stealing, or at least he thought they were going to steal, and so, interestingly enough, there's a video.
Of course there's a video.
Yes.
There's a video every time something like this happens.
Live in the day and age of the video. It's a 1:47-second video that shows this gentleman grabbing the Febreze, because clearly that is a theft deterrent.
Yeah, clearly.
And spraying it in a profanity-laced rant in their faces. Please stop. Stop resisting, or I'll spray you again.
Not a good idea, obviously.
Yeah.
He got fired.
He got fired. You don't use Febreze on criminals.
No.
Everybody knows you go to the freezer section of the dollar store and throw hot dogs and frozen cheese processed.
No.
What?
No. You call the police. Let them take care of it.
Yeah, I suppose. It's a dollar store. How much could they get away with?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either. All right. Well, interestingly enough, the manager who was fired is now interviewing with TMZ.
What a surprise. There they are again.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing to know that these folks are on top of it, and that the Febreze. I wonder if they get the Febreze, the bottle of Febreze.
I wonder if they got it for free.
I don't know. Free breeze? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. We have a fantastic show for you, folks. It really will go along the lines of business talk, I promise. Coming up next, you're listening to Philip and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
Visualize 50 small businesses in a room. They're drinking a cocktail. They're shopping from local businesses, networking, and having a great time. Sounds great, doesn't it? Join the Connecting Experts at the brand new Iron Tribe Fitness in Highlands Ranch at 8081 South Broadway on Thursday, June 5th from 4 to 7. For more information, contact me, Penny, at 303-220-0366 or theconnectingexperts.com. Connecting people to people.
Cheers, Experience Pro listeners. My name is Lisa Voss, and I'm the owner of the Denver area Tilda Kilt Pub and Eateries. I'd like to personally invite you to check out the most vibrant happy hour in Denver. Each kilt features a tremendous selection of cold Colorado craft beers, as well as 6 delicious new appetizers priced from $2 to $5, such as our tasty whiskey beef skewers. Join us for happy hour 3 to 7 p.m., 7 days a week at either location, downtown on the 16th Street Mall or in the Denver Tech Center on Bellevue and Ulster. Tilda Kilt, where cold beer never tasted so good.
Camp Experience is a one-of-a-kind annual retreat designed exclusively for women who are ready for education and inspiration and want to connect to a network of amazing women. Sign up for the camp event happening on September 19 through 21 at Cheyenne Mountain Resort. At camp, there's time to just relax and be a girlfriend as you refine your vision, reflect on your purpose, and enjoy top speakers and creative activities. It's also the perfect place to simply have fun. Register today for Camp Experience at campexperience.com.
The Dennis Miller Show, late nights at 10 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
47 deadbeats living in the back street, north, east, west, south, all in the same house, sitting in the
I don't know what this music means.
I don't know. I just like the music that Charlie plays every day.
All
He
right.
does such a good job.
This is different, Charlie. All right, okay, I'm getting into it. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. And, sitting in for Angel is Philip Aronoff, bookkeeper to the stars, by the numbers bookkeeping and accounting. Philip, people listening are sitting there going, you know what, I feel like a star. I need bookkeeping. What's that phone number?
They can reach me at 720-837-0860.
One more time.
720-837-0860.
All right. A couple of things you need to be aware of today. The first one is at 2 p.m., planning with the end in mind over at the in Highlands Ranch at the, oh gosh, I don't have the location. It's the hotel there.
Yeah, right on the...
Yeah, that's brilliant. Planning with the end in mind, 2 o'clock today. It's a free informative panel on long-term care, elder care, and pre-planning. No selling, no commitments. Is it the Holiday Inn Express? Is that what it is?
I don't want to say for sure. I think so.
You know what? I'm going to look it up and I'm going to get back to you on that. But I wanted to let you know that at 2 o'clock, you can find it on our meetup at meetup.com/Experience Pros. And then again at 4 o'clock p.m. Today, the Connecting Experts. You may remember them as Open House with Style, but they're the Connecting Experts. They're going to be at Iron Tribe Fitness doing one of their amazing vendor fairs.
Yes, it's going to be great. I'm actually going to be there, so if you want to come out, talk to me. I'm going to be there tonight. I'm going to have a table. Going to be a lot of great vendors. There's going to be some great food. There's going to be some
food.
Yes, there's going to be food. The caterer, great caterer, is going to be there. Jeff Fernandez with Encore Events Entertainment will be there.
That guy's amazing.
Yeah, Jeff's a rock star.
Yeah. Carrie Conley. I mean, the list goes on and on. Penny, Brendan. They're just all going to be there. Dr. Lee Weisbart's going to be hanging out. It's just some great stuff over at the Connecting Experts. That's today, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Iron Tribe Fitness. The new location at 8081 South Broadway, Suite C in Littleton. Again, all these events, including the shred that's coming up on Saturday, you can get your electronics shred as well, and CPR training being done over at IM=XP Pilates. All of this is available for you at the meetup.com/Experience Pros. Click the calendar tab and check out what's going on. I'll find the hotel and get back to you on that in our next segment. Make sure that you know where to go for that event as well. We have the coolest job in the world, Philip, because experts from around the world call in or write in and opine on their area of expertise. And you never know. Expertise can come from the most unlikely of sources.
Yeah, absolutely. Even someone who's 10 years old.
10 years old. There is a young lady named Vivian Haar. She's a 10-year-old entrepreneur. She, you may or may not have seen, she stole the show at the National Small Business Week kickoff in San Francisco because she shared her lemonade lessons with this huge crowd of small business owners and advocates, and she was literally, she's going to give you some ideas that you can learn in order to have a successful business. She's 10 years old. She says, number one, thinking like a kid can help you overcome setbacks.
I love that. I love that. I mean, do you remember what you were doing when you were 10 years old?
Yeah. We can't talk about that.
Okay, because I certainly wasn't thinking about running a business. I think it's so amazing that we have kids today that are doing things like this.
Well, and if you think like a kid, kids think differently. I was a magician for a number of years, and I'll tell you what, kids have some of the most analytical thought processes.
Yes.
But they don't see obstacles. They don't. No. When I say the beautiful girl disappears from this side of the room and reappears on that side of the room, kids go, okay, you got two girls. Adults are going, that's impossible.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yes.
So, and I'm not confessing to having two girls, but that they think differently. So she says, think like a kid, overcome those setbacks because you don't see the obstacles. Here's another one she says, and I want everybody to listen up because it's so true. Social media provides a great way to build trust with your customers.
Absolutely. I mean, we are in the social media world. Everybody is on social media. So I think she's 100% correct.
Absolutely. Keep in mind, she started off with lemonade stands. This is point number 3 of her help to us, the adults who are thinking we're doing this all, by ourselves here. She says, if you grow too fast, you can forget why you started.
How wise is that?
Right?
That is so wise.
She wants her business to become successful, but she doesn't want to let too many people join in and turn it into, quote, just another big company.
I gotta love that.
Lemonade stands.
Love that. Love that.
I'm digging it. But I think it's true. If you grow too fast, you forget why you started. If you're following just the dollar, you will you'll certainly forget why you started.
Yes, absolutely, no doubt.
Because money really was almost never the primary motivator for why we do what we do.
Yeah, no, and it isn't for me. I mean, I'm here to help people and help people do a better job. That's all.
Talk about helping people. She says this. She's 10 years old now. She says, giving back is a win-win situation. Give back to the community. Give back to the people. Find a charity and do good.
To me, that's amazing for someone who is 10 years old to understand that, because most 10 years old all about what they can do for themselves.
Right. And what's that combination code on the PlayStation's handheld?
Right, exactly.
Finally, she says you have a shot at success if you start with your heart.
Wow.
Do what you're passionate about.
Yep.
Right? Start with your heart, and it will be successful. And interestingly enough, her quote is, her major goal for her life says, I plan on ending child slavery by the time I'm 30, and then I'll find another cause.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
Vivian Haar, you're my hero for today. So very grateful to Richard Filoni, who brought this to our attention, and what a great little article on her. All right, folks, we've got to take a quick break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Philip and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to go when the bank says no. Available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Hi, it's Dennis Miller inviting you to join me for an entertaining blend of politics and news of the day from my hopefully unique perspective. Plus, we'll have a red carpet list of celebrity guests who will grab and keep your attention. It's time well spent that you won't want back. It's that good. Listen for The Dennis Miller Show.
The Dennis Miller Show, weeknights at 10, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Just a quick update for you. I mentioned that there was the Planning with the End in Mind long-term care insurance, elder care, and pre-planning seminar happening today at 2 p.m. Please forgive my mind blank on that, but it is at the Hilton Garden Inn. That's 1050 Plaza Drive, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. At 2 p.m., it's a free open to the public, no selling, no commitments. But if you listen to the last part of the show yesterday, you know how important it is to have a plan for the end of life. And so there it is. And then I also drew your attention to the IMX Pilates, and they're doing a fantastic CPR training over there, and that is happening on the weekend. The number for IMX Pilates, 303-790-7886. You can find them at 9358 Dorchester Street. It's in the Highlands Ranch Town Center, right next to the a dentist and kind of across the street from Jimmy John's right there.
Nice.
Those are the two people I know in the Highlands Ranch Town Center, right around the corner from a Bloom.
Always have to have beef food.
Yeah. That's how it goes. Time for business tips and insights, and sitting with us on hold is Liz Wendling. And Liz, I'll tell you what, this gal, Philip, she is one of the best sales trainers I've ever met. She knows her stuff.
Wow.
Right?
That's a high praise from you.
So let's say hi, Liz. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for that.
How you doing, girl?
I'm smiling big. Thank you. I'm good.
Well, and isn't smiling big a big part of selling?
It really is. You better love what you do.
Absolutely. All right. So tell us, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about how to use social media to convert browsers into buyers.
Oh.
And we're talking about how to do that in a way that's effective, not just blowing a whole bunch of money praying and spraying all over the internet and not seeing the results.
Oh, I love this. Turn browsers into buyers on social media. How do we do it? I'm listening.
Well, first of all, you have to have a good social media strategy, which so many people are doing right now, but they forget that the selling part starts when the social media starts to work. So when customers start raising their hand and calling into your company, but you have a lousy sales strategy or you have some outdated sales skills, you can't close the sales. So you're having trouble converting the people who are showing up and want to buy, but your lousy sales strategy is keeping them away.
Oh,
that's not good.
Right?
Not good. So I have a couple of tips today for people who are in that space.
And there are lots of them, that you just described. You can have a fancy widget, you can have a great portal, you can have all kinds of good things, fancy phone number, but if you've got a sales strategy that's from the last century, you're going to be hurting. So what are your tips, Liz?
Well, the first one is I tell everyone for every minute they're out there thinking they have to learn a new social media tool or be on social media, I tell them that's great, but spend a corresponding minute making sure you're updating your sales skills and really learning how to communicate and engage with today's smart and savvy consumer. What used to work doesn't anymore, and we have to get in there and communicate with people where they are today, not where they were 5 years ago.
Gosh, that makes a lot of sense. And I hate it when somebody sits there and says, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how close are we to doing the deal?
What do I need to earn your business today?
Right?
Yeah.
Please don't leave the lot. Okay, what's the second one?
Okay, the second one is don't wait around for customers to complete the last 30% of the sales cycle. We now know that customers are 60% to 70% into their decision making. So don't wait around till they have their 30% left and go to the competition. You have to get in there and start contributing to social media and being in that space, but also using the most up-to-date sales approach available so that you can maximize that conversation, because social media opens the door and your sales skills will close the sale. They work together, not independently.
Oh,
I love that. Love that.
Right? Liz, this is why I just sit in awe of everything you do and say.
Thank you.
I really do. Is there a third point, or is that what you got for us today?
Well, no third point, but I would just say that business owners now are finally seeing that there's a gaping hole in their social media, and all they have to do is just marry it with a good process, and it really does work.
You have that good process, do you not?
I do. It's my social selling boot camp.
Oh, where do we find out about that?
You can go to my website at evolvedselling.com, or you can pick up the phone and call me at 303-988-9157.
Social selling boot camp?
That's it.
And is that like a class a day or 2 or 10 or what?
It's a 6-week course once a week with homework and coaching in between, and it really helps people set up that process so they can move forward and stop being so confused about social media and selling.
Did you hear that, listeners? Drop and give me 20 and then get over to the social selling boot camp over at evolvedselling.com. That's evolvedselling.com. Or can we pick up the phone and call you, Liz?
You bet. 303-988-9157.
303-988-9157. Liz, you always bring it, and I love this. Make sure that you have a social media strategy. Make sure your sales strategy is updated. Every minute that you invest in one, you need to add with a corresponding minute to updating the other. Make sure that you don't wait for your customers to close the sale. Get in there before you lose them because they're already predisposed. Whew.
You did it. You got it. Thank you.
I love it. Liz Wendling, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Liz. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Boy, she makes a lot of sense, doesn't she?
A ton of sense, yeah. And I think we forget that we're dealing with just a smarter group of people out there, and that we can't do things the way we did it 5 years ago. It doesn't work anymore.
Well, you're absolutely right, and frankly, if you're still using the 5-year-old sales tactics and whatnot, you're hurting yourself, and you don't even know it. You're leaving money on the table, and you're unaware of it. Listen, I'm just going to give a little plug for Liz Wendling. She is she's a little dynamo. I'll tell you something. She's about the same size as Angel, right? Which means she'd kick my butt. But she's gone through the Jeffrey Gitomer training. She's Gitomer certified. And if you don't know Jeffrey Gitomer, go to your library, go to Barnes & Noble, go to Amazon, and
plug this name in, Gitomer. He is the world's authority on selling. I'm telling you what, he's one of my biggest heroes and inspirations. I've read every single book that he has ever written, and he has written a bunch of books. He is fantastic, and I believe that Liz Wendling is the feminine form, if you will, of Jeffrey Gitomer. She gets it. She can help you get it. You're probably losing money right now if you have not dialed this phone number, 303-988-9157. And then, we don't make this show an infomercial. We try to help people in practical ways, from everything from how to build your everyday life to how to build your business and everything in between.
Yep, right? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're trying to help people in any way we can to be just better at what they do.
And some of that help comes by way of giving you that nudge. Pick up the phone today. Call Liz Wendling. Our next guest, I'll tell you what, Nick May is back. Walls by Design. Here's a guy who's going to help us learn, stuff about the house and what's going on with your home, your largest investment ever. And he's going to help us. And the reason we bring these people to you is because, something, by golly, you need to get off your butt and do it. And I'm just saying it.
Is he going to help us with what we shouldn't do? And that maybe we should have him do?
Yes, just like Liz. I mean,
awesome.
Every one of these folks has their own area of expertise. Nick May's coming up next. You're listening to Eric and Phillip on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dan Denai, Chief Operating Officer with BioT Medical. At BioT, we've developed the safest, most effective way to balance your hormones. Unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams with many dangerous side effects, bioidentical, natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com to learn more. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, it's the right choice.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust, right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
Hi, this is Coach Brew, John Brubaker, author of The Coach Approach. The Experience Pros radio show offers so much value that I feel an obligation to share it with all my business associates. Stay in touch by downloading their mobile app for iPhone and Android.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Sitting in for Angel is Philip Aronoff, By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip, thanks so much for being here, man.
Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. I love being here.
You know, people ask, does the chair dancing actually happen when Angel's not around?
Absolutely.
It absolutely does. we got Charlie mixing it up today, and coming out with some new music. I haven't heard some of this stuff, Charlie, so I'm digging it. Is that a tribute to Philip and his ancient ways? I love that.
There you go, Charlie. There you go.
Nice. Hey, it is time to talk to Nick May with Walls by Design. He comes in every Thursday and gives us a little heads up what's going on, and we love him on the show here. Everything you need by way of interior, exterior painting, wallsbydesign.com. Nick, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Dude, what's going on?
I don't know. Oh, there I am. Now I can hear myself.
There.
We're just cranking around Denver right now.
Yeah.
But
so now, when you say cranking around Denver, let's clarify what that means. It's summertime.
It is. It is. It's hot, and so that means it's exterior season.
Exterior.
Yeah.
And now people's homes, they're arguably their greatest investment. Period.
Yep. And a lot of people live in these HOAs that send them these nasty letters that say, "Hey, it's time for you to paint your house."
Yeah, what's up with that?
We love them, actually.
Well, you do. It's the other side of the equation.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they do. They go around and they say it's time to, and I'm like, well, what's the deal? My paint looks just as fine as it did last year.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
No.
Okay. So,
hey, I had a question for you.
Sure.
Did I ever tell you how I actually got into the painting business?
I don't know that you did.
We've known each other for quite a while.
Yeah, years.
But so when I was in college,
was that a couple years ago?
That was a few years ago. I was walking around campus. It was, it was probably early spring, and I saw one of these big posters that said, "Manage this summer."
Manage.
And it was a guy, and actually this view kind of reminds me of the picture a little bit, because there's a guy in a three-piece suit sitting in front of a big mahogany desk, and with the slogan, "Manage this summer." So I said, I'm a pre-business major. That's what I want to do. I want to manage. I don't want to do real work. I just want to manage, because that's what you think when you're in college. But anyways, so called the number, and
so the education was basically useless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I answered the ad, and the guy, we do this. We sit down, and they tell me that it's for a college painting company. I'm from the Midwest, and college painting companies are very large. Or the idea, there's a lot of them, because you only have. Back in Wisconsin and Illinois, you have 3 months that you can paint outside.
Right.
Here we have a little bit longer.
Absolutely. Yes.
And he said, "Do you have any painting experience?" I said, "Yes, I do."
Right.
Well, last summer when I was a senior, I helped my mom's friend paint her soffits.
Oh, the mom's friend thing.
Yep.
There you go.
I was going to say last year when I was a senior in kindergarten, I got to use finger paints and. All right.
So I thought I was the perfect person, and they thought I was the perfect person too.
Wow, cool.
Because they hired me.
Right.
To run a. Basically, it turned out to be a franchise, and franchises in quotations.
Oh, one of those.
And I got the opportunity to pay them 30% of everything that we brought in. But over the course of spring break, 1 week, they taught me how to paint, hire, estimate, sell, run a business, and do all those things. So I got done with my 1 week of training, and as you can imagine, being what I was 18 or 19 years old, I knew everything.
Right.
Of course. You didn't need college anymore.
I didn't. I figured I could quit at that point.
Okay, so catch us to where that means now. Where are we at?
So anyway, I didn't make a whole lot of money that year, and but I did pay off my equipment. And for the next couple of years, I ran my own deal. And my dad kept saying, "Now, Nick, remember, you're going to school, so you don't have to paint the rest of your life." Well, I got out of school, had a couple of jobs, hated working for other people.
Yeah.
And thought, I need to do something else. At that time, we bought our house, and our new house, and white walls. And I came home on New Year's Eve, and I said, "Honey, we're going to paint tonight."
Oh, Nick.
Yeah. It was
Really?
very romantic.
On New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
So we got in the car and we drove to Home Depot, and evidently, I don't know if you guys know this is a big secret, it's a very popular thing to do on New Year's Eve. Because there's a lot of people at Home Depot getting ready to paint their houses on New Year's Eve.
Really?
No, Nick, they're not getting ready to paint their houses on New Year's Eve.
They were.
They've got the week after off, and they're okay.
Anyways, so while I was there, I started, when you go to Home Depot, you have like one guy behind the counter.
Right.
And there are all these people that want to buy paint. So I started talking to them and helping them figure out what kind of brush to buy, what kind of paint to buy, what kind of roller, all this kind of stuff. So driving home, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to painting because that's what I know. And that was a little over 15 years ago. And so we put some flyers out, and we started painting outsides again, and I haven't looked back.
Walls by Design. Now, your painting promise is that you've got different elements. You've got artists working for you.
We do. We have artists. We call the we've all heard the cliche, the starving artist.
Right.
Well, that's who we look for, because we have found that they have the one skill that's the hardest thing for me to teach, and that's to do a straight line across the ceiling.
To paint a straight line.
Or a straight line anywhere, really. And so we take them and we teach them our system. For painting houses, we say we teach them the art of painting houses, which includes everything from putting drop cloths down, plastic over furniture, taping what needs to be taped, and how to roll and how to fold the drop cloth up at the end of the day. And we really do have just a fantastic group of customers and team members that help us do it.
Yeah. Give some contact information, if you would, please.
Oh, goodness. Wallsbydesign.com. That is the easiest way. You're going to see some great photos. But wallsbydesign.com. And our phone number is 844-PAINT-COLORADO.
844-PAINT-CO.
Absolutely.
I love that number. I love what you guys do. Let's go back to talking a little bit about exteriors here. It's not
It's
just
the season.
It is the season. It's not just as easy as just going out and doing a little wire brush. You got to scrape. You got to make sure that the house is prepped properly. You got to make sure that it's primed properly before you get down to that laying out the color, right?
Absolutely. You want to power wash the house first. That's going to give you the longest life. Then you want to prep, scrape, sand, prime, caulk, all those areas that have failed.
Right.
The sun here in Colorado is super damaging.
We're a mile closer.
Absolutely. And paint breaks down, and really what you want to do with the houses here in Colorado, most people don't really have real wood siding. They have this fake press board kind of
Laminate
stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, hey, all I have to do is paint my trim, because really that's all that looks bad. Well, the reality is if your trim looks bad, then you really need to paint the whole entire thing, because you don't want your siding to get to the point where it is breaking, the paint on the siding is breaking down, because once that stuff gets wet, now you got to replace it. It's not real. It blows up like a sponge. It does. And went to a house the other day, and we got to replace a big section of about 5 by 20, because all the wood went far too long. And
you can help with the replacement of that?
We can. We take care of all of those things if they want us to.
Yeah.
But we've got very talented folks that do the wood replacement as well.
How careful do you have to be watching the weather that's going on during the day? When we live here in Colorado, we get thunderstorms almost every day, it seems like. So how careful do you have to be when you're doing exteriors?
We always got to have an eye in the sky. But because it's so dry here, paint dries so fast. We can stop painting a wall and within 20 minutes it's dry. But I will tell you, I have gotten stuck on a wall a time or two when it it starts raining and it starts coming down the house, and you have to clean it up.
Yeah, you clean it up, do it
come
again.
back and redo that wall, but it does get tricky. And the springtime is the trickiest time of the summer. It's always safer to go a little bit further into the summer when the rains are a little bit less frequent.
Right.
But it's super important, and it's a lot less expensive to get the house painted before the wood is rotted or needs to be repaired, because that stuff really gets expensive.
Well, and for your safety and expense, you simply do not want to do this by yourself. I know that your husband said he's going to do it, he's going to tackle it and whatnot, going to get on a ladder and oh boy, stop. All right, Walls by Design, wallsbydesign.com or 844-PAINT-CO, Paint Colorado. And they're going to help you, right?
Yeah, and we'll even help on the colors and color selection and all those kinds of things.
Because the HOA has rules.
That's right, and we make it easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We do make it easy. Thanks, Nick. I love having you in, man.
Good to see you guys.
Absolutely.
See you.
Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up, put a bow on it, and call it another 2 hours of positive business talk in the can, but not before you hear from the people who do business with the pros.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly, 970-485-5955.
Bring your box of papers and electronics to be shredded for free on Saturday, June 7th in Highlands Ranch. If you have any old electronic gadgets or confidential documents you want to get rid of, you can do it for free on June 7th. Boy Scout Troop 4 of Littleton will be on hand to help and will be accepting donations of cash or non-perishable food. Each person is welcome to bring up to 3 copy boxes or 1 large trash bag of documents. The electronic items eligible for recycling include laptop and desktop computers, printers, copiers, phones, stereo equipment, fax machines, monitors, TVs, basically anything that plugs into the wall or runs on batteries, except for large appliances. Bring your stuff for the free shred on Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. until noon, 1745 Shea Center Drive in Highlands Ranch.
DVDs for Vets is asking listeners to donate new or used DVDs for the benefit of military veterans who otherwise cannot easily obtain them on their own. With limited entertainment, vets in rehab can use what many of us take for granted every day. To donate new or used DVDs or to learn more about this worthy cause, please go to DVDs4vets.org. That's DVDs, the number 4vets.org.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, sitting in for Angel is Philip Aronoff, By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. If you're working hard on your bookkeeping and accounting every month to keep yourself out of prison, why not just let Philip do it?
Please, let me help.
Right? What's the number?
720-837-0860.
And so far, how many of your clients have gone to prison?
None.
Okay, are you sure?
That's not what I expected you to ask. No, none have gone to prison.
All right. Well, you know,
promise.
Because a good bookkeeper keeps their clients out of prison by doing all the things the way that they're supposed to be done.
They don't really throw people in prison anymore, but yes, we can keep them out of trouble.
Shoo! All right. Well, you know, it's like somebody coming up to me and saying, well, where's your top hat? Magician man?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they stopped that in 1926. You know, I'm always a big tech kind of guy, and I dig the notion of hacks. And I'm not talking about hacking like your accounts or anything like that, but shortcuts, if you will, productivity shortcuts, hacks.
Shortcuts are great.
And there's a guy, Richard Filoni, who kind of collaborated with a whole bunch of people and coordinated a whole bunch of different productivity hacks that'll help you be more productive. And of course, that's been kind of a theme through today's show. And so the question was asked, as a startup CEO, what is your favorite productivity hack? And the interesting answers that came around here. For instance, Dustin Moskovitz, you know Dustin?
Yes.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No.
I only know what it says about him in the
right.
article.
Well, you're reading over my shoulder here, but
I'm cheating.
Yeah. No. Dustin is the co-founder of Facebook. That Dustin Moskovitz.
There you go.
One of the movies.
Everybody knows Facebook.
No, they don't. Yeah, well, yeah, they know Facebook, but they don't know Dustin. Anyways, he says this. He says, have no meetings Wednesdays.
What?
Have no meeting Wednesdays. He says, you know what? Why don't you just make everything clear on Wednesday? Wednesday is my day for productivity. No meetings. No phone calls. I'm unavailable.
I don't see you doing that.
I think that guy's out swinging golf clubs in a hoodie.
Yes.
Actually, the notion of having no meeting Wednesdays, I could kind of scale it down. I have no meeting Tuesday or Monday afternoons.
Oh, there you go.
I try to block off from the time that I get done with my last meeting on Monday to the time that I work out on Monday afternoon. I try to block that off. No phone calls, no nothing. This is the time that I get my work done. So on a smaller scale, I agree with Dustin and his notion of no meetings.
Yeah, maybe you can start that on a smaller scale if you don't think you could do it for a whole day.
Right. Here's one that we've talked about a little bit in the past, the Pomodoro technique.
The what?
The Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato.
Okay.
Right? And it comes with a tomato timer. It's like an egg timer, right? It's okay. But not like the little sundial one. But you know, if you have a timer, the whole notion of it is to work in intense 25-minute bursts, and then give yourself a 5-minute break. Take a nap. You can get up and do something.
5-minute nap.
Sure. I don't know. Maybe you could go to the restroom. You could go run around the block. You could come back. You could check your Twitter, whatever you want to do. But the notion of it is you could do about 16 of those cycles in a day, and you'd be shocked at how much you get done if you do. And this is a whole thing called the Pomodoro technique. And you'd be shocked at how much you actually get accomplished.
I
25
like
minutes
that.
at a time.
25 minutes at a time.
Well, Orange Theory Fitness, you're a member, I'm a member,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
they say this, you can do anything for an hour.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
And then they break it down into, during that hour, you can do anything for 2 or 3 minutes.
That's correct. They break it down in very small blocks.
I think the longest thing I've ever had to do over at Orange Theory Fitness is 3 minutes.
Yes.
And it's got me tapping out. I mean,
Yes.
After 3 minutes, I'm like,
Yes.
But the same thing applies. You can do anything and get tremendous results in quick, intense bursts. Orange Theory calls it interval training. We call it the Pomodoro. effect.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's see some other hacks. Outsource small, time-consuming projects. I don't know, like what?
Like bookkeeping
and accounting?
That could be.
I think that's a great idea.
Or like payroll?
Payroll. Oh, please outsource your payroll.
Yes.
It's just, you know, listen, if you're just writing yourself a check out of your one checking account and you're just writing yourself a check out of whatever's left over at the end of your income month, you're going to prison.
You're not going to go to prison, but you'll get in trouble, yes.
See?
You will get in trouble.
Prison.
No prison.
Do not pick up the soap. I'm just saying. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Here's another interesting notion. Put the day's 3 most important tasks on a Post-it note.
Why a Post-it note?
Well, because it's small. It's simple. I'm holding one right now. Small, simple. You put the 3 most important tasks on the day, and you can keep it readily in sight as an extra bit of motivation. Angel is notorious for taking those Post-it notes and applying them to the clean part of her computer, where her palms would normally go.
Yes.
So she's looking at it always, and you get it done.
Nice. And then you can, when it's done, you can take it off and throw it away.
Yes. Not your computer, though.
No, not the computer, the Post-it note.
Right. Here, again, we're hearing confirmation on this notion. Restrict access to distractions on your phone and your computer.
Okay.
Some people say turn off the volume of the ding. If you can't turn off the ding of your email, turn off the volume of your computer.
Yeah, that makes sense. That way you don't know it's happening.
Now, Angel has something really cool. She's got a different operating system. She actually bought her computer just before I did, and by golly, she's got all the bells and whistles. And I got an older unit, I think, off the back of the shelf. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But she's got a little visual notification that drops down onto the right side and says, "Bing, you've got email." But it visually drops down, says you got email, then it moves off to the right of the computer, or screen. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. She says it's the most distracting thing in the world.
Yeah, it can be distracting.
I'd like to trade computers.
I don't think she'll do that.
No, probably not. There's an app called Rescue Time.
Rescue Time?
Yeah. The Rescue Time is an app on your computer that tracks how much time you spend on certain websites, apps, and the work that you're doing. You can check your progress daily. However, it will tell on you when you're checking that too.
Yes.
So just be aware of that. But you can visually see your productivity and where your time is going. For those of you who spend time on the games on Facebook, you probably don't want that app.
Yeah, probably not. Don't want to know how much time you're wasting.
You know, Angel wrote an article a long time ago called 5 Will Get You 10, and the notion behind it was her daughter was having a hard time being on time. She's always rushed in the morning getting to school. And so the thought was, if you just wake up 5 minutes earlier, you'll be less rushed. And what happened was, just in the headset snap of I'm going to wake up 5 minutes earlier,
yes,
she found that she had 10 minutes at the other end of her day because she, in her mental place, wasn't rushed.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I get up. I usually get up a lot earlier than I probably need to, just so I'm not feeling rushed.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a bunch of hacks or productivity shortcuts, if you will, from successful entrepreneurs. Thanks to Richard Filoni for sharing that with us. I'm grateful for the notion that we can talk about these things. And if it fits, use it. If it doesn't, you didn't pay for it. It's okay. Philip Aronoff, I got to say thank you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This was just so much fun.
It has been a tremendous resource having you here in the studio. You do provide a fantastic service with By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. By the Numbers BNA.com, or the phone number, please.
720-837-0860.
You can email him at Philip with 2 L's at By the Numbers BNA.com.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely. I would love to hear from anybody.
Fantastic. And on that note, look at this. It is Fan Bragging Friday Eve. What that means, tomorrow we're going to be rocking and rolling with Fan Bragging calls. Put this into your phone number, 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724, and plan to call us from 10 to noon here in the Mountain Time Zone so that we can lift up small business together. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every day, we say thank you for being our reason why. Now do something crazy. Give somebody a 20-second kiss. You know you want one. It stands for kindness. Is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.